Welcome to Real Messy Moms, the podcast where motherhood gets real.
We're two moms having honest conversations about mom life, parenting, and the messy reality of modern motherhood.
From parenting struggles and mom guilt to funny mom fails, relationships, and the everyday chaos of raising kids, nothing is off limits here.
Each week on Real Messy Moms, we share real stories, laughs, and relatable moments from life in the trenches of motherhood and parenting.
So if you're looking for a funny, honest mom podcast about real mom life, grab your coffee, take a breath, and join us.
Let's get into it.
What's your week?
Well, I had a repeat gun graft last week.
Sounds like
I got my stitches out today. So I'm still a little sore. Talking is not the greatest feeling, but we're
I'll do
getting
all
through
the
it.
yapping.
Perfect. Your week?
It was okay. It was like a little bit crazy. We're doing a bathroom reno for the second time in 2 years.
Well, look at us repeating history.
And just like crazy.
Yeah.
Then a little
But is
more
it done? No,
crazy.
not
It's
yet.
not
You sent
done
me a
yet,
photo.
but it will be done. Got the dreaded call from daycare that the baby was sick, which was kind of stressful because I was then like picking up tiles with the baby. It's just like
Not ideal.
yeah, it was just a lot. But we survived.
And we're here.
We're here. I remember the day that I met you. Do you remember the day I met you?
I think
Met
so.
me?
I think I do. Queensville Mom Walk.
Yeah. Can I tell my point of view?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I love mom meetups, but I also don't because not that I'm picky with my mom friends, but like I don't
Oh, I'm
love
picky
like
with my
small. Okay, I'm picky. Let's just be honest. I'm picky. I don't love like small talk. I also my son was like 6 or 7 weeks old, and I just
Yeah,
needed to like
think I remember.
go out and like not talk about like diaper changes and like breastfeeding and like, oh, how was your delivery? Like I just wanted to like socialize like a person.
Mhm.
So I remember going, and like a lot of the people there were like asking questions like, "Oh, he's so sweet. He's a little baby. Like, how is your delivery? How are you feeling? How's feeding going?" And like the same routine questions. And I didn't get that with you. Like it was just like, "Hey, how are you? Like, what's up?" Like
Yeah.
you're I think we started talking about like Teslas or something.
I don't remember what we talked about, but I do remember that. And like, I think that is like my vibe. It's because I'm very interested in like you as a person.
Yeah.
Not, this sounds terrible, but like not you as a mom. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's where I vibe.
So I remember because it's hard to walk too. Like I find walks are nice with people that you know well.
Well, and also postpartum, I was like huffing my ass off.
Oh, I was like dead. Like I barely made it out to that walk. But I was like, I need to get out of the house. Yeah, and I was just like, it's hard to walk and talk with people. So I was like, And then we became friends.
Yeah. Yeah. And I remember like I had literally known you for maybe 30 minutes and I was like, do you want to help with We the North Mamas?
Yeah, and I was like, sure, I need more things to do. And
Yeah.
I remember feeling awful because I had offered to help, and then the next one that was happening, my kids got hand, foot, and mouth.
Yeah. But I mean,
And I
that
was like, I'm
happens.
really sorry. Like, I'm not a floppy gal, but like,
I knew that though. Like I like got that vibe. Like it
it was just
wasn't
like
like,
bad timing. And I was like, should I take my kids with hand, foot, and mouth there? And I was like, nah.
no, absolutely. We have a strict no
Yeah.
cooties policy at We the North. But yeah, no, I definitely remember that. And I remember like you being like eager to chat. And I feel like for me, as someone who really has to step out of my comfort zone to approach people and have discussions with people,
Mhm.
that was very, very like warm and welcoming to me. So I was like, I like this girl.
Yeah. I
Mhm.
felt like that too.
So Queensville Moms Walk. I don't know if they do it anymore, but if they do, it was a really nice one.
It's so funny. So I actually had another mom there. I don't know if I talked to her a lot. I can't really remember because I was kind of vibing with you. But I looked back.
Did you only go to the one?
I only went to one.
Okay.
So you got lucky.
I think I went to a
And I
couple.
almost like didn't go because I couldn't find parking. And I was just like, you know when you
The
can't find
parking was
parking? And
terrible
I was
there.
just like, should I just go home? Like, should I just go get a hot coffee and just like chill? Um, Weird if I would have taken my gut.
Oh my
Like
God.
we
That
would
was
be
fate.
here. Okay, but back to it. One of the moms that I talked to
Mhm.
there, her older child goes to our daycare. So she's like,
Oh,
"Hey, I know you." And I was like, "I know you too, but I can't remember where." And then we figured it out.
that's pretty cool.
Do you think we're similar in motherhood, or do we have a lot of differences?
I mean, okay, well, we honestly don't know each other super well.
No.
It seems like we do, but I don't think like we've only seen each other mother a few times. Let's be
We try to
honest.
ditch our kids when we get
We try
together
to ditch our kids.
in a loving way.
Mhm. No, I think, from what I've seen, yes. I think we give our children lots of independence, but we also have a lot of structure to them as well. And
Mhm.
like you and I have the same values on like sugar and screen time and um just like general manners.
I actually, I'm very proud of it. Screen time was really hard because our kids like went through like a bit of sickness, and like when
Got,
they're sick, I don't limit screen time,
got it.
especially for the older one because he's just like he'll lay there. But this week we made it every night this week
Good for
without
you.
screen time.
Good for
We're
you.
like trying to wean him off, and then tonight was like we do. I don't know. I read this thing from a psychologist that like little weekly traditions with your family like make kids feel safe. So every Friday we order pizza and we
And
have
watch
family
movies.
movie night,
I love that.
and that's like our and Miles looks forward to it. He's like, "Family movie night, family pizza
Will
night."
Dom watch the full movie?
No,
Okay. Will
but we
Miles
all
watch
like
the full movie?
yes.
Good.
He'll watch like 3 movies in a row.
Oh, oh, okay.
Especially, like, if he's under the weather,
Yeah.
he will lay there and watch TV all day, which I don't care about if he's sick, but Dominic plays, like, in our playroom,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
watch a movie. Anyway, so today felt like a Friday because 'cause we're heading into the long weekend,
Yes.
so we were like, "Do we celebrate it today?"
Mm. Well,
We did.
oh, okay.
But we're on budget 101 at our house,
Yes.
so I made a pizza.
Love that.
Um, did I save any money?
Probably
No,
not.
because I bought pizza dough, I bought sauce, I bought pepperoni. You know how much
Mozzarella.
pepperonis were? 8.99 for a bag.
Oh, I usually like 10.99 a bag, so that
Yeah.
was a deal.
Then I bought cheese.
Mhm.
Then
And, like, did you get the ball of mozzarella and shred it?
yeah, of
Yeah,
course I
exactly, because
did.
that melts way better.
And then, yeah, so then it also took time.
Mhm.
So I was like, did we save money?
We're
Fun fact, since
mm,
you're getting to know me.
mhm.
I used to work in a pizzeria. My aunt
Oh,
and uncle own a pizzeria.
okay.
I started there at 9 years old. I don't
Oh
know.
my god, that's
Don't
so
call like Child
it's
Protective
definitely
Services.
it's
This
okay, I
was like
worked with
30 years
bakery,
ago.
same answer.
I used to make pizza boxes, and he would pay
Okay.
me 10 cents a pizza box
Did
for
you get
him to
lots of
make.
paper cuts? A
Uh,
good amount?
Probably a good amount, yeah. It's probably just suffered to it. A
That's
little
cute.
blood on the boxes. No, I'm just kidding.
A little blood with your pizza. It's just extra tomato sauce.
But I used to make like 20, $30 every Friday.
I love that.
I was hustling at 9 years
Yeah.
old, so I've always had a couple jobs. Okay, we're gonna be really mushy-gushy for a second.
Okay, wait, did we get through our origin story? Yes. Yeah,
We
we asked
met,
about
we
parents.
walked, we became besties. Well, you know what? We didn't, like, immediately start, like, hanging out or anything. I think it was, like, through Brews and Babies, like, really taking off,
Yes.
like, in the fall.
Yes, absolutely.
And then one day you were like, "Do you wanna start a podcast?" And I was like,
I think you said it as a joke.
"I did?"
I think you did. I realized that, like, we were a good match through texting because I have never met anyone that, like, can keep up with, like, the jokes and the quirk and the, like, just stupid shit that, like, I always want to send my friends, and there's very few of them that will actually, like,
Yeah.
take the time to respond in the same manner, and you get that, and that to me is, like
I think texting is like I don't know, like I'm pretty good on text. Like I feel like I can say that confidently. Like with my friends, like I check in with like multiple friends
yeah.
every day. And I just feel like I don't have time to be like the bestest friend right now, what that I want to be, like with my friends that are farther away. And
Mhm.
like that's one way that like I stay
100%.
connected with like a lot of my girlfriends. It also gives me like sanity through the day because like I love my children. But like when I could like look at my phone and like chit chat with my girlfriends while like parenting, I just feel like more myself.
See, I don't have a lot of friends like that. I don't have a lot of friends that like, I'll get a response from them very periodically, and it's like, by the time they respond, I'm now busy, right? So,
Mm.
like, I feel like you're quick with it, and that, like, helps keep the conversation going.
I other thing of like texting with mom friends, I love like one of the things that's great is like we don't text between like 5 and 7. Like I think that's like so funny. It's like morning, early morning,
Mhm.
and then it's like
Yeah.
midday, and then. But I'm glad you say that because like sometimes I feel like I'm like bugging you because
No, I
I'm
love
not
it.
working right now. and you are, so I'm just like, am I, like, being obnoxious? I don't really care if I am, if anyways,
No, and
like
not at all, and, like, I always tell Tim that I feel in my friendships, I feel very, like I don't wanna say alienated, but I feel very one-sided, like,
yeah.
I'm constantly the one like, "Hey, thinking of you," like, checking in, "How are you guys doing? How's the family?" And only then will a conversation transpire,
Mhm.
but I very rarely get, like, someone checking in with me and being like, "Hey, how's it going?"
I remember now this is, like, when my kids had a hand, foot, and mouth or
Mhm.
some kind of whatever illness they had, you, like, checked in and you're like, "Can I drop something
Yeah.
off? Can I do something?" And I was like, "Oh, green flag."
Yeah.
What's something you admire about how I show up as a mom?
I love how you don't take things, like, overly serious.
No, I'm a joke.
No, but also, like, with your children too, like,
Yeah.
you can, like, put them in their place, but in a way that's like, "Come on, like, are you seriously doing that right now?" You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
and that I feel like for kids too, where it kinda makes them realize, like, no matter what age, they're kinda like, "Oh, yeah, like, why the fuck am I doing that?" You know what I mean? Like and I think that's, like, gonna help train their brain, and, like, I try to do that with Carter too, is like, "Are you seriously doing that right now?" And it's not a way to, like, put him down, it's a way for him to make him think, right? And I think you're very much like that too, and I think as a mom, like, you need that sense of, like, not everything is, like, a doomsday effect.
Yeah.
It just repositions their brain to be like, "What am I doing?" You know?
Yeah. Something I admire about you, I think you prioritize your family, like, really
I
like,
try.
I can see, like, with your son, but also, like, your husband, like, your family, like, I really think that you, like, put them at the center of, like, everything you do. Like,
Well,
so
that's exactly why I might not have another kid, right? Is because, unfortunately, that man up there is very important.
I love that, like, I love my husband too, but, like
Yeah, I'm not saying that.
no, but it's hard
Because
to,
big
like,
families are also
prioritize all
beautiful.
of 'em. But I remember when we talked about being, like, one and done, you were like, "I don't know if I can, like, give to my
Yeah,
husband in that." It's really hard. It's really hard. We're gonna
I
talk
can
about that in
imagine.
another episode with marriages. So, switching gears on the same topic, building community.
Mm,
So, community in the mom space. I find it hard to make mom friends. I think we talked a little bit about it, but, like,
yeah.
it can be difficult because in my, like, personal opinion, I think there are so many different, like, ways to parent, and
Mhm.
some people I don't care about how you parent your kids,
No.
like, I'm looking more for, like, a friend parenting second, I think that's what we
Yeah.
align on, but there's some people that are like, "I can't be around people that parent differently than me," and that's
I
fine, but
mean,
then you don't
that's
jive with them.
yeah, no. But I also think, like, it's not even about, like maybe for some people, it's about your parenting style and that's, like, a qualifier for friendship. But I also think that you're not only trying to find it's like, okay, do you remember in that movie, How to Be Single? When she's like talking about dating online. So she's at the bar and they like get a thing of peanuts and she's like, this is the pool of guys that, are out there. And then you take away the gay ones, you take away the this, you take away the that, and you're left with like one peanut. I'm using that analogy for like mom friends
Yeah.
because you have the peanuts of mom friends. Then you take away the ones that like don't show up for events. You take away the ones that, are snooty towards newcomers. And then you're left with like this small group that you have to then determine like, do they fit my vibe? And I think that comes back to like, are they someone that I would hang out with regardless if they were a mother?
That is a good point.
Right?
Because there's some people that, like, my kids' friends and stuff, my kids' friends' parents,
Hmm.
that without the connection of the child, I don't know if I would like
This is it.
yeah.
Like, I think when it comes to when our kids are like in sports or school or things like that, that's going to be like a whole other realm. Like daycare, you already kind of
Mhm.
experienced that. A whole other realm of like friendships for the parents.
My son got invited to his first birthday party at daycare.
Oh, that's cute.
I'm so excited. Unfortunately, it's at a play place, and we know
God.
how I feel about play places.
Well,
Play
they
places.
have like full on, I told you, I mean, Montessori, for the money that we pay, they have full on bouncy castles for the kids.
So you don't even need to have a birthday party.
I mean, honestly, no. But I mean, I bring like loot bags. So yeah, going back to building community, like I think that also makes it hard when, you're putting yourself out there in these like mom groups.
I don't think we, like, talked about We the North Mamas, like, in great detail. Do you wanna
No,
give, like, a background of what We the North Mamas
sure.
is? Well,
How it started,
how?
the origin of it. Okay, so We the North Mamas was a selfish act to want to drink while mingling with moms and meeting new moms because as we know, alcohol is a social lubricant. With we call ourselves the yoga mamas because we meant prenatal yoga. I kind of like forced, voluntold one of them to start We the North Mamas with me. And I said, let's just go meet up at a brewery. She also likes to drink once a month, and we'll just start inviting people and see who shows up. So she ended up being, I think she came to like one, maybe two events. She didn't even come to the first one because she's just busy or she has two kids. It's a lot, right? And I also, it wasn't really an option. I told her she was doing this. Great sport, love her. And so the very first event was, I think, in like the late fall, early winter of like 2024 when I was on mat leave. We went to Old Flame in Newmarket, and there was like honestly like five moms that showed up. Like Anita from Queensville came, and a couple other moms as well. And mostly like there was like two or three of my friends, including myself, and then like two or three other girls, probably two other girls. So they came to support me, which was very nice. But it was terrible. Old Flame, no offense, love your beer, but had no change tables. We were changing the babies on benches. And like in hindsight, or like after the fact, I was like, oh, I need to do like way more organization
Mhm.
for this to actually be successful. So someone had mentioned Market Brewing because they have a really big open space. They had gone for another event, things like that. And so I reached out and Bill from Events at Market had responded and was like, I've been looking for a mom group to like do this with. So they were great sports about it. And so now the first Wednesday of every month, we, as you know, we go to market. And since the holiday bazaar, what do we call it? There has been a solid 20 plus moms every
Mhm.
month.
Mhm.
I love it.
And we don't even do a lot of promo anymore.
It's all
Like, we
done.
do, but, like, we
I
don't
don't
do, like, a
even think
lot of, like, pushing it out. Like, we post on our Instagram and all those people show up.
I don't think we even do the Facebook groups anymore.
No.
That's crazy, right? Yeah. So, I mean, so now we started the partners, I think after the holidays, right? Or did we?
No. You had one in August. You had, like, the Rocky Mountain.
That's right. Yeah. So now, I mean, agencies start reaching out to us to
We have
partner
5 more fall.
with over 500, almost 515 followers on Instagram. We're only on Instagram. But yeah, at We the North Mamas on Instagram. And that's where we put up our posters and flyers for we do now mall walks. Obviously, Brews and Babies, the first Wednesday of every month at Market Brewing Co. We've also done giveaways. So Pampers is an indefinite partner of ours. And it's just like really snowballed into this like beautiful event. And you and I were talking recently about how moms will notice that like moms that have met at some of our events now have these little communities.
I love that. Like, I love how I hear them and they're like, "Oh, I'll see you next week," or something, and I'm like,
Yeah.
"We don't have an event next week, so you 2 hanging out without
It's
us."
cute, right?
I love it.
And, like, it just goes back to, like, building your village, and I think that you need to, A, be someone, especially, like, in the postpartum phase, that puts yourself out there a little bit and
Mhm.
steps outside of your comfort zone because we know that it's hard. We know that it's hard, right?
Mhm.
And for some people, it might not be, but for most people, it likely is. And these events, like, it's very welcoming and open, and, you see people walk in the doors and you can tell this is their first event and they've never
Mhm.
come out before and they're kind of like, looking at their phone is like someone I know here. And that's why like every person walking through the door, I don't even come with my baby anymore. I come
No, I
on
don't
my lunch
either.
break.
I love
Yeah, you
it.
too. But as soon as they walk through the door, I'm saying hello and welcome and making sure that they make themselves at home because I think having that like as the icebreaker, then it's like, okay, I'm gonna go to the bar, grab a beer, calm my nerves, and then just go sit at a table or sit
Mhm.
on the floor where the babies are playing and bring my little one in there. And I think that kind of like opens the space to a like welcoming, inviting place. And that's really what it's meant to be. So
Yeah, no, I remember, like, my first one, it was just, like, it just jump in and, like,
yeah,
make friends.
you just have at her.
I think it also gets, like, a lot of like-minded people out
I agree.
too, and you know what? It's great because like, not everyone drinks,
No,
and it's, like, it's not they have lots of options. Like, there's a
Absolutely.
lot of people that don't drink,
Yeah.
but
Some don't drink beer, so they have those options, and then some don't drink at all, and they have those
and they
options
still
too.
come and hang out. Like, a
Absolutely.
lot of moms are like, "I do drink, but I don't drink at, like, noon."
Yeah.
And I was like,
Well,
"Mm."
maybe a little aggressive for some, but no, I love what it's turned out to be. And like, I really do hope that we can like expand it further. And I'm trying to get more of like, all the York region kind of communities, but I'm starting to think, oh, maybe we need to like maybe make it a little bigger and start to have like almost like foreign correspondence in each
Yeah.
kind of location. But that'll be challenging in itself too, especially because mat leave is such a limited time.
My favorite thing about it is, like, watching the babies grow up. Like, there was, like, a little
Yeah.
2-week-old, like, when they were 2 weeks old, like, a long time ago, and now it's like they're crawling around, and
Yeah.
I'm just
Right.
like, "Oh my god." I mean, my kids grow just as quickly as theirs do, but, like,
Yeah,
it's
it's
crazy to
different. It's
see
cool.
them, like, show up, and then now they're, like, having fun.
And I think it's not just for the moms. Like it really is a social time for babies.
Mhm,
And with the partners every month, like we try to do stuff that benefits both of them, right? Like I think
mhm.
the Babble Buddies with Stephanie was like amazing and everyone
Yeah.
loved that. And the babies loved that. Like watching everyone get in on circle time and sing the songs and do the actions.
That was
Like
one of my favorite
it
ones.
was one of my favorite ones.
I think that was the last one I brought my little guy to.
I think so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because he went to daycare after that. Right.
And I'm also really excited for have baby must sleep in May because I like 9 times out of 10 I talk to a mother and her biggest
Sleep.
quos in motherhood are is sleep. And so like I'm really excited for her and to be so giving to like do one-on-one consultations with everyone. I think that's going to be awesome.
Gone to a mom group where you felt, like, really out of place or awkward? I have.
Not a mom group. I'm trying to think. I'm very choosy. That's why. Okay, tell me about yours.
It's so funny to, like, bring this up because you had such a good experience, prenatal yoga. I remember going there, and I had signed up, and with my first pregnancy, I felt awful. Like, I pregnancy was, like, not what I imagined it to be. With the second time, I was like, "Okay, cool, like, this feels like crap." But, like, I was not a happy pregnant person. So, prenatal yoga, like, we all and, like, the first class, we all, like, went around, like, said our name and, like, how many weeks we are, and, like, I wasn't negative, I was just like, "Hi, I'm Mallory, and I'm 20 weeks, and I feel like" and I'd put on so much weight because I was on bed rest,
Uh,
and, like, I just felt awful, and I was, like, kind of open and honest because I was like, I'm gonna be, like, an open and honest mom, like, I'm gonna say that this feels
yeah.
like crap," and everyone was just like and then everyone went around the room. I went first because I was, like, where I was, and they were like, "I'm glowing and I'm
Oh
enjoying it," and I
god.
was like, "This is not, like"
Mm.
and I didn't think that I was negative, but I was just like, "Oh, I don't like being pregnant, and I'm uncomfortable, and, like, this sucks," and
Yeah,
they were all like, "This is the best part of my life," and I was like, "I love that for you, but not for me." That wasn't my experience. Um,
yeah.
I went to a couple classes, then I, like, failed, but I generally don't like yoga on a normal basis, so that was hard. But I did go to another mom meetup. I can't remember where it was, but I left early because I was like, I'm not driving. And it was like kind of people had like their friend groups there.
Mm,
And then it was like really
that's
hard to
tough.
mingle. And I was like, I felt really uncomfortable. And I was
Mhm.
like, I never see that happen with the bruising babies.
Never.
I
Someone can
do
come in walk in the door who has never met anyone in the room and
sit
just sit
down at the
down at a
table. And,
table.
yeah.
I love that,
But I
and that's what
also
it's
see
for.
a lot of people bring a friend, which is nice too,
Yeah,
right? So, like, they kind of connect and they make friends.
absolutely.
No, that's not mandatory, but,
Yeah.
like, it's really sweet to, like I never see anyone, like, sitting by themselves and, like, uncomfortable.
The saddest part about yesterday was when we were handing out the diaper samples, I was got to talking to one of the moms who I hadn't seen there before, and she was like, "You know what? This is really unfortunate because I just found you guys. I just found your events and I'm going back from mat leave." And she
I
was like,
know.
"I wish I knew about this sooner." So that was really sad to me. And I was like, I don't know how we can, get this out more, but I think that's, a lot of people need that sort of.
I was there, maybe I think it was January, and I did CrossFit. I did it with both of my mat leaves, but the first one like, I became friends with his mom, like, in my class, and then we parted ways when the class was over, and then she also had another
Mm,
baby, and so I was sitting on the mat with her, and she's like, Do you have a baby, like a 2023 baby too?" And I was like, "I know," and then we, like, reconnected,
that's
so it was
cute.
really sweet,
That's
so
really cute.
it was a really good time, but story time.
Okay.
So, um, what's something because we belong to a lot of, like, mom groups on, like, Facebook, Instagram, and
Oh my
stuff.
god.
What's one post that you've read this week that have been like, shocker?
I know exactly the one. So, I saw a post from an anonymous peapod on Facebook the other day. Anonymous
It's
peapod
always Facebook.
367, always Facebook.
Always Facebook.
In a I'm not gonna mention the Facebook name, the group name.
You can find it if you want. Do your own sleuthing.
Yes. So someone was driving down the street past a daycare
A
who
pretty good daycare.
a very established daycare who has a long awaiting list of hopeful attendees. And now I know I know this daycare very well. The parking lot is over like at the bottom of like basically a valley hill. So to look into their parking lot from the road, you have to do some veering or something. It's very hard to see. Okay. Someone drove by while obviously driving at probably 40 to 50 kilometers. I believe 40 kilometers is that street. I think
Mhm.
so. Posted in the Facebook group that while driving safely with their child in the car, was able to clearly see a
Daycare teacher.
a daycare teacher smoking on the front bench while there were children next to her. First of all, I was like, this seems very far fetched. Secondly, you scroll down in the post and the comment from said teacher says, "Hi there. I was actually eating a sandwich and I do not smoke. Thank you very much."
If that teacher is ever listening to this podcast, like shout out,
Oh
you
my
made
God.
our week.
It honestly, it was great. It was great. It was a great response. I think the anonymous peapod needs to
She got shut down. I read some of the comments that you sent me.
that like what an allegation, you know? Yeah, it was very funny. That was
I
entertaining.
think one of like her subsequent comments was like, "Listen, I was just trying to eat my sandwich." Like this
Yeah.
poor daycare teacher.
Yeah, right? And then that I think got us into talking about all the shit that they go through and
Yeah.
literal shit.
Okay, I have a weirder post.
Okay.
Okay, so this was in a Facebook group that's not local.
Mhm.
It's just like it's I don't know, there's people from all over.
Free for all? Like not even Canadian?
Like global.
Okay.
It's like there's like 500,000 members. So
Wow.
there's a lot. Um to preface this, like I love reading audiobooks about like true crime,
Yes.
domestic thrillers, like that type of stuff. So this caught my eye. She posted and she was like, "Hi. I wish I could like cuz I
Anonymous peapod?
it was anonymous."
Okay.
And she was like, "My husband disclosed to me that he's killed 4 people that live in our vicinity of our town." Now, I'm thinking that this is not Canadian because she's used the word like state. So actually, I know it's not. And I'm just wondering, like, so she went into detail, like, about how she matched, like, the people that he killed apparently had done like awful things. And he disclosed this to her. And a lot of the comments and so she's like, "Do I turn him into the police?" And I'm not, like, here to debate whether we, like, support our husbands. I'm just wondering, like, what was your first instinct to, like, go to a global Facebook group and comment? So a lot of people are calling, like, BS on this. They're like, "No, like, that's not." And so she's like the post got
Did she
deleted.
just like get really stoned and just start
So
shit?
she tells us, like the post is, like, pretty long, like she's like, "I went to, like, missing people alerts and, like, the descriptions that my husband gave that he said he murdered these people." And it sounded pretty, like, legit, but it also sounded pretty, like
Far-fetched.
yeah. And so she's like, that wasn't the part of the post. She was like, "What would you do? Would you turn your husband in? Would you believe him? Would you do more digging?" I don't know if she meant, like, actual digging or, like, and I was like, what is going on in people's brains?
That's wild.
Yeah. So the post got deleted and
Okay.
probably got flagged by, like,
Yeah.
whatever. She came back and put a screenshot of her thing, and she's like, "I still don't know what I should do with my husband." And I was like, it's not posted again in a Facebook group.
I don't even know what goes through some people's brains when they post on Facebook.
And in a mom's group. It's like a mom support group.
That's a whole other level.
Anyway, so I, like, told my husband, I was like, "Did you kill anyone ever?" And he's like, "No, why?" And I was like, "I don't know, cause like, maybe people have these secrets."
That's
And I was
wild.
like, "Mhm,
And, do you think that there's ever something, like, that someone did so bad that if your husband killed them, you'd be like, "I deserved it."
yes, yes." Like
You'd help him bury the body?
there's some really bad
Okay,
crimes out
yeah,
there.
that's fair. I
I
mean,
kinda
I'm
wanna get into it, but,
yeah,
like, there's a lot of really bad things. I don't know if I would, like, support him through it, but I would, like, kind of understand.
yeah, but if he, like, kills someone, then
Mhm.
aren't you always like, "Oh, he could do that to me."
That is true, it's a bit of a red flag. My husband wouldn't even, like he has a hard time even killing bugs, so, like, I think this is irrelevant.
I feel like it would be a good read, like a short story.
It was, and
Yeah.
I like a good, I
You
like a
do.
good audiobook on true crime type thing.
With the perfect divorce.
Alright, wrapping up for today. That
Alright.
was Real Messy Moms. What was something that we almost talked about today, but we didn't? We're gonna get into it next week.
You tell me. Sounds like you have something at the tip of your tongue.
Let's do it.
Okay, let's talk about them from our perspective and then bring them on because I'm interested to see if based on our explanations of them, the listeners think of like picture them as they are.
Well, we've only talked about how my husband's afraid of spiders, and
And mine drinks obsessive milk.
oh, yeah. So we'll have milk
So
available.
we'll have milk in wine
Milk.
glasses. That sounds terrible. Okay, so we'll start the husband series.
We'll start the husband series. Tune in next week.
Cheers. That's it for today's episode of Real Messy Moms. Thanks for hanging out with us and surviving another round of real mom life and motherhood chaos.
If you enjoyed the episode, make sure you follow Real Messy Moms and share it with another mom who needs a laugh.
We'll see you next week for more real talk about motherhood and parenting.